Welcome back, beloved WeAwakers. My name is John Dupuy, if this is your first time, and welcome to our community. And this is one of the remarkable things that has come out of the whole pandemic episode. We figured that, that doing this technology together is very powerful. But when we started doing it online like this, it's really extraordinary. And we just finished a 5-day virtual online vision quest using this technology and journeying together as a group. And I think we were all stunned at just how well it worked and how powerful it got. It was, I mean, unexpectedly profound. And when we're working together like that, there seems to be like a non-local effect. In other words, it's not limited by space or time. This is in quantum physics. They found out that some little entity, some little quark, or some such thing over on this side of the universe can do something, and it absolutely happens simultaneously on the other side of the universe. And so there's no, I mean, time and space don't matter. The universe is really interestingly wired, so, or not wired. So that's, I think that's what we're pushing into here. So today we're going to do a track. It's a guided meditation, which is a first for us, WeAwake, and it's by a dear friend and colleague, Joseph Kao from the UK. And Joseph is an extraordinary individual, and I think you'll feel that. He created both the music and the guided meditation, and he is a master hypnotist. And I think that's a certification of some sort that you can get in the UK. So he's very good at taking you into these deep places. And he's also a Shakespearean actor. So it's a lovely, wonderful voice. And it puts it all together. It's just an extraordinary experience. So it's coming clear to me that there's a number of things that we work on in meditation. And I'm beginning to think of it in my own mind as interior practice. Okay, so there's the traditional type of meditation, the Zen meditation and Buddhist meditation, where the goal is to reach a place where the ego has dissolved and you're in this state of complete pure consciousness, if you will. I don't think emptiness quite explains it that well. And that is, and being in contact with that, which is your deepest self, your higher self, your Buddha nature, has been the goal of much meditation, rightfully so. And the experience of being able to experience that in still eyes could be characterized as being enlightened in some places, in some schools. But there's also a lot of other work to be done too. So there's a place for experiencing emptiness, pure consciousness, which we're going to do today. And there's also a place for working on your stuff, okay? Because if you don't work on your stuff, if the small self, individual self, and is not taken care of, aligned and healthy, all the stuff you get from your higher self can become twisted, and your shadow stuff takes over, and it's a really bad mix. So I think in the last 75 years or so, we've really learned the importance of both of these paths, and it's really good to experience your deeper self, big self, high self, God, however you want to say that, because that in turn goes back to and helps you do all the other stuff with more wisdom, with more spaciousness, with totally being there but not getting lost in it. So that's enough about that. And maybe if I feel so guided, we'll talk a bit about it on the other side of this meditation. So this is Joseph Kao. Make sure for you newcomers that you have headphones, earbuds, and a friend of mine said when you meditate, meditate like you're royalty, like you're a prince or princess or king or queen or God. Just have your sit with dignity, with your spine straight. And then from there, you have a really stable platform where energy can go up and down, and you can kind of relax into that balanced place. So without further ado, thank you again for being here, and let's hit it, Vanessa.
Hello and welcome to Journey to the Center of the Self. My name is Joseph Kao. To begin, simply allow your body to rest in a comfortable position and let your eyes close if they haven't yet, as you give yourself this time now to go on a journey into the very depths of your being.
Well, welcome back. It was beautiful. And yeah, I think the work we do on ourselves to deepen our connection to spirit, to work through all our tangled interior knots and problems, to support our beautiful creativity and consciousness and thinking is good for everyone. And, and we're all connected. Well, no, we're not. I was thinking, it's like, if you don't think nature or God had figured out how to connect everybody and they were all connected before we figured out the internet and smartphones and whatever, we are. So, yeah, I'd like to just invite everybody to, and I'm not a big Facebook guru at all. So I hit liked or whatever you do to spread the word. So the more people that we get here doing this, just the more peace and hope and goodness we can generate. And we know it. We know we need it now. It's becoming very obvious. Things that we were trying to avoid are just coming out. And there's no problem that we're having right now that is not created in the minds and the hearts of human beings. So, where does racism begin? At home, right? And how do we change people's minds or change people's perceptions? I don't think you can yell them out of it. I think you can shame people out of it. But I think you can love them out of it. Like the old Aesop's fable. You guys remember that? I think it was the wind and the sun were trying to get this guy to take off his coat, something like that. And they had a competition, so the wind blew and blew, and the guy just grabbed more. So finally, The wind was doing it. Didn't get to take us go. The sun came out and just warmth and love. And he says, "Oh yeah." So, yeah. So I think it's important, this work, and even the pandemic. You know, what if it was like, "Hey, this is really bad, but we're going to get through this together, okay? We're going to do this together. Nobody's going to get left behind. Nobody's going to lose their homes. Nobody's going to starve because we need each other and we love each other and we can do this and we're going to come out better on the other end and hang together and do this together." So, just to give a taste uh, of changing our interior situation so that we can be wiser and more loving and more connected. It's really essential. You know, it's just essential because I just see there's no way out of it unless we change our own selves and our own consciousness, and we do that work together. And the more of us get to these places of compassion and love and peace and connected to the divinity within us, or as the Indians say, namaste. You know, I honor the divinity in you from the divinity in me. That kind of consciousness, the more that the solutions to these problems will become obvious and they'll fade away. So let's try turning on the sunlight more, and that we can relax and become the kind of beings that we have the potential of being, and that makes life just so beautiful and so worth the journey. So yeah, so tell your friends and neighbors, or hit the like. I guess that's what you should do, and get it out there so more of us can do this together. And yeah, I hope you had a taste of uh, what Joe was trying to guide us into, and that's expanded self, where we let down all the boundaries of our little self and our issues and everything for a bit, so that we can experience the bliss and the amazing reality of our deepest selves. It's there, and when we do that, then we can come back and bless the rest of our lives and the rest of our relationships and the rest of our work and the rest of our play and the rest of all of that from a place that is enlightened. It's got more light. It's lighter. So thank you for being here again. We love you all very much. And let's support one another and love one another and love ourselves. And let's get through this challenging times and come out much better than we were before. At least that's my prayer. Aho and namaste.